Hey guys, so I'm back again. Last time we saw how we inherited some files like inherited uh, inherited enemy from unit and vehicle from enemy and some more here aircraft and tank from vehicles. So now we are going to proceed further. We are going to make some functions for vehicle, aircraft and tank. So here I have made uh, like like we saw in the previous video, this syntax shows that aircraft is uh, inherited from vehicle. Aircraft is inherited from vehicle, and so here we have some functions. What I've done is I have taken some sprites here. I have this image for the aircraft. This I have the image for the aircraft, and these are its wings or whatever. So I've cropped this much of the part of the aircraft, and then I have rendered it, and this function draws the aircraft. Uh, Next, I have made the move function. I've defined the speed in the x coordinate as 5, and same for the y coordinate. And I've given some conditions here. If direction is left, so this minus sign shows that speed the aircraft is going to go to left, and if the direction is right, it's going to go to the right, and same for up and down. Next, I've done the same thing for tank. The tank inherits from vehicle, and yeah, so we have here the same things for tank. I have the tank image here. These are my tanks. These are the sprites that I'm going to use, and so here is the same function that's used for the aircraft. All else is the same for now. Speed x and speed in the x direction and y direction is defined, and conditions given. If direction is left, goes to left. Direction is right, goes to left, and same for up and down. So alright, that's it for now. We'll do we'll get further in the next week. Okay, so bye.
Hello everyone, this is Talal from the group that's making Cabal, and for this week what I've done is that I've implemented the collision detection system for the bullet and the enemy. So whether it's a bullet or a missile, if our player fires a bullet or a missile and if it hits enemy, then at that point the enemy gets deallocated and it disappears. So this is basically what I've done, and to implement this I've made a new function in our queue which is call for collision. Here it is, collision. So basically what it does is that it uses a nested loop and it points towards a head in the queue that is for the enemy, and it starts from the head of the queue that is for the projectiles, and then it checks whether if the bullet and the enemy are within 70 pixels in the x in the y direction and 25 pixel in the x direction. So I've given it a range that makes it easier. It puts less strain on the processor, because if I treat the enemy as a point at pixel as 1 pixel, then there will be a lot of computational power required for the computer and it's going to miss a lot of hits. So that's why I've given it a range. So yes, basically this is basically the deallocation, the code for the deallocation, and it prints out this sentence whenever a hit occurs. So let's see how it plays. So when I fire a bullet, let's fire a missile first. Hits the enemy and the enemy is deallocated. Let's try that again with a bullet. You can see that the two enemies that were hit by my projectiles were deallocated and it is a hit was printed. So this is what I've done for this week. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is my second update of my project. Today I will talk about all functions of boss. This is the function of showing values of x and y and alives. This is my constructor of boss. In this function, I set the location for boss when boss will move horizontally. Then it will check the restriction for movement. These are the sprites for boss. I talked about that in last video. This is my deconstructor. These functions are for access to the alive variable, and in this function I am moving my boss to vertically, which is not right, but I'm trying to do it in horizontal. And this function is showing us the boss in our STL output. And this is what I have done. This is moving downward. So now I'm trying to make it possible that boss move from horizontal to right side to left side, and I will make the final boss of incoming week.
Hello everyone, welcome to week 2 of our game project. Week I've started working on the menu part of our game. When we start our game, so first of all a splash screen is going to appear, and after which the main game window starts, and on that first of all we are going to have a menu appear. So basically in that part of the window we are going to have different options, whether to start a new game or whether to reload the game from where we left it before, or to see the help part of the game. So for that I have made this window that is going to appear, and on that window, this is the cpp file of the window, and on that window we are going to make a menu appear, which is going to be different images. So we are going to have option for loading a new game, or we are going to have an option to load the game or to see the help part. So we are going to draw these images on the menu, and when we click on them, those respective parts would appear. So for that we have used inheritance and all. So this is basically how the menu is going to appear on the screen. So I don't have the images with me right now, or with those images when I'm going to load the menu, load the game or start this code, the menus are going to appear with those images. Also, if you remember, I was working on the splash screen last time, so splash screen is much more complex. So I'm working side by side on both of these things. This is what I have done a little bit. Splash screen requires us to do many things, locking the screen through pointers and all. So I've done a little bit of that work. It's still work in progress. So see you again next week.
Hi guys, this is Mohammad Ali Bhutto and I am back again with my super duper project Cabal. So as I told you last time, I was getting some vague errors, but this time fortunately I discovered how to manage them. So as you can see, this is my main file I have created for my game. I have loaded some images to use for the sprites, and I am using them to create my player. Oh, where is it? Okay. and I have created the file manager file which loads and saves the coordinates of the position, and I have also created a queue which enqueues the positions of the player enemies, but as players enemies are not ready up till now, so it will be working soon. So as if I show you my text file, I have written here the coordinate 0 0, but if I run it, it will not create the player at 0 0 because I have written the condition here that if the coordinates which are being returned by loading the file are 0, then the player will be created at some other point, because the 0 0 coordinate is not the one I need. Okay, so you can see the player has been created here, but yeah, okay, and if I am moving my player at this point, and you can see the return coordinates are these, and if I run again my game, I'm getting the player at this position. Woohoo! So this is it up till now, and I will surely update what will I be doing next week. So bye guys.